In this video, I will give a brief overview of the PIVC protocol. First, let's consider what PIVC is. PIVC refers to the Public Infrastructure Engineering Vulnerability Committee, which was created by Engineers Canada in 2005. This committee published the first PIVC protocol in 2007, and we're currently using version 11, which was published in 2024. A few years ago, the PIVC Alliance assumed ownership of the PIVC protocol from Engineers Canada. The PIVC Alliance includes the Institute for Catastrophic Loss Reduction, Climate Risk Institute, and GIZ. And this group further the development of PIVC by publishing a family of resources which support PIVC assessments. The PIVC protocol itself provides guidance on risk assessment for managing climate resilience. It establishes the definitions and procedures which we use throughout the entire family of resources. The document itself is organized into 5 volumes: a user guide, supplements and support, a step-by-step procedures, a field guide, and a vocabulary document. There are 4 steps in the protocol, each of which is supported with detailed information. In step 1, we define the scope, the context, and the criteria for the work. Scope considers what's in and what's out. Context considers, are we looking more inward in this work or more outward, or some combination of the two? Inward being items that are under the direct control of the system owner, and outward including impacts on neighbors, on local communities, and broader socioeconomic impacts. And finally, criteria refers to the metrics we use in the assessment. What are the performance measures we consider? What are the scales we'll use in consequence scoring? In step 2, we start to gather data, and in 2 categories, system elements and in climate. System elements, we consider what are the bits and pieces we're looking at within this system. What time horizons are we considering in the assessment? What are the physical boundaries of the assessment? And in data for climate, we're considering what are the climate scenarios we need to be worried about? What are the thresholds that are going to impact the system elements? And then we score the likelihood. In step 3, we do the risk assessment. We draw the likelihood from the climate team and from step 2. Then we conduct an exposure analysis, consequence analysis, and the risk scoring. We summarize all the comments we hear from the workshops and our interviews with stakeholders. And finally, we prepare a risk summary. In step 4, we report. We provide recommendations. And in PIVC, we split those recommendations into 4 categories: no further action, some sort of engineering action required, management actions like procedures and standards, or additional studies, areas of risk which we think we need to know more about. We provide the conclusions from the analysis that we have done, and we provide 2 statements. A statement of vulnerability and resiliency, which states at an overall level, is this system resilient or vulnerable to the climate impacts we've considered? And finally, a statement of limitations. What assumptions did we make in the assessment? What data did we use? What data gaps did we experience? What was the focus of the work? I'll cover all of these steps in greater detail in the following videos.